What's up, Geek Nation? Dopest Geek here, and today I have the Marvel Legends Iron Fist and Luke Cage 2-pack. I got mine from GameStop, but you can find them pretty much anywhere. Amazon has them, GameStop has them. You probably could, order it off of like Walmart or Target or anything like that. But other than that, I don't have the box because I opened this and I'm not even gonna lie, I almost did not do a review, but I was like, why am I holding you guys back from luscious content? So I threw away the box, but if you guys really want to see what the box looked like, here it is. But other than that, guys, we're not here to look at boxes, we're here to look at figures. So other than that, let's see what these figures have in store. So before we get into the figures, let's talk about accessories. So starting off with Iron Fist, because he has the most. Iron Fist does come with this extra yelling head sculpt, and Luke Cage also comes with a yelling head sculpt, and I love that as well. Iron Fist come with 2 karate chop hands, 2 claw hands, and 2 bear claw hands, and 2 fireballs for his fists. And Luke Cage come with 1 grabbing hand and 1 open palm hand. And I wish he would have came with 2 of these and 2 of these, or at least 2 of these. All right, now that we got through all the accessories, let's get into the details of these figures, starting off with my boy Luke Cage. Man, first of all, they did an excellent job with this figure. Let's get into the head sculpt real quick. They did a phenomenal job with the Luke Cage likeness of it. Man, he just looked extremely intimidating with this head sculpt. Actually, let's swap it out real quick with the shouting one. Man, I love a good screaming head sculpt. This looks amazing. They did a real good job with the details in his teeth, his goatee. Like it just looks believable. Again, Marvel Legends has came a long way when it comes to their head sculpts. But man, this is an amazing likeness of my boy Luke Cage. Going into the rest of the figure, I'll say this. I don't want to say it's basic. I think this is a really good body mold. I'm very curious of what other figures that they will come up with using this body mold. Let me know in the comments below, what would this body mold look good on? But this is a really beefy body mold. I wouldn't say as big as like the Omega Red body mold, but it's a step below it. They did a really good job with showing off the muscle stature of this figure. The jeans, they did an awesome job with the jeans as well. So they did really good, like a good blue wash. Another cool thing I really do love about this figure is the details that they gave us with his fist. So this is another accessory I didn't really get a chance to talk about, but it says Luke Cage. This is gangsta. I love this so much, guys. Man, they did not have to go so hard on this figure. I'm kind of sad because a lot of people are buying this 2-pack and selling their Luke Cage. I think that's crazy. This is an excellent figure. What I wish they would have done is give us a updated ab articulation, kind of what he has right here. But at the same time, I can't complain. This is still an awesome looking figure. Another weird thing about this figure, I would say is kind of weird, is we have like this very deep brown, but the joints, like his elbows almost look ashy. That's like the best way I can put it. His elbows look mad ashy. I don't know what it is when it comes to like skin tone figures, when their arms are like bare, because I won't say they do that on like black figures. I think they do that on all figures. If for whatever reason, like She-Hulk has that as well. Like the She-Hulk figure, she has a different tone of green when it comes to her elbow joints and her knee joints as well. While I have him, let's get into the articulation real quick. So his head goes that far up, that far down. He does have butterfly joints, and the butterfly joints are really good. It goes that far forward and that far back. His arms can go that high. He does have a bicep swivel. It's a little tight, but he has a bicep swivel. He does have double jointed elbows. He has a hinge at the wrist. He can go that far forward and that far back. He does have a hip swivel. His legs can go that far up and that far back. He does have an upper thigh swivel. He does have double jointed knees and an ankle pivot. All right, getting into my boy Danny Rand, aka the Iron Fist. This is an amazing figure. Honestly, let's be real. This is the star of the show. This is probably the reason why you bought this 2-pack. They didn't have to go so hard on this figure. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, starting off with the paint, honestly, the paint is actually not that crazy. It's just your generic green and yellow. There's no shadings or anything like that. The face sculpt, looking at his mask. Here, let's get a little closer look. Looking at his mask, it's super dope. Like I said, even at the, going at the jawline, under his nose, like this photo real stuff is very impressive. Now, another cool thing that I actually just figured out while I was filming this video is that the back of his bandana is actually articulated. So if you want it up, if you want it kind of like at the side, like, like the wind is blowing, it's really, really dope stuff. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wish it came with a Danny Rand like unmasked head sculpt, but I'm not tripping. It's all good. I'm not a big, unmasked person, so it just would have been cool to have. Now, I will say this, be careful whenever you do get your Iron Fist. I do have a second one. The dragon kind of chips off over time. And I'll say, if not say over time, but I would say just be careful. Like I have some case of chipping on another Danny Rand that I have. So I would just say just be careful. Other than that, another cool thing that I appreciate about this figure is the sculpt of his torso. Whenever I thought about having like a Marvel Legends Iron Fist, I just didn't want like this part just to be painted on. So it actually, like if you touch it, it's actually sculpted on there. Let me see if I can take a closer look. So it's actually sculpted on there. So this is not just a yellow strip of paint just going down. Like it may start off like that, but it is some type of sculpt, give you that illusion that, oh, it's a suit. Like it's actually sculpted suit on here. So they did a real good job showing that as well. I wish we got a little articulation on this belt part, like how we have like the bandana. I wish we have that effect on this sash and belt as well. Another thing I appreciate about this figure is the body mode that they chose to use for Iron Fist. I want to say that it is the retro Spider-Man, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I want to say it looks a lot like the retro Spider-Man. I can kind of tell in the legs and in the abs, but whoever body mode this belongs to, it was an excellent choice. Getting into the articulation. So we have to be careful because this little bandana kind of gets in the way. So let's put it up, but he can look that far up, that far down. His arms can go that high. He does have butterfly joints, so it goes that far forward and that far back, which is fantastic. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hinge at the wrist. His abs can go side to side. He can crunch that much forward, and he can crunch that far back. Legs can go all the way up there. He can kick that far back as well. He does have an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He does have a mid calf rotation and also ankle pivot, and to put a cherry on top, articulated toes. Yes, sir. All right, getting into some size comparison. Here we have Daredevil and we have the Punisher. And as an ensemble, this looks amazing. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys bought this 2-pack just to pair our boy Iron Fist with the classic Marvel Legends Luke Cage. Now, I wish this Luke Cage was a little bit bigger because whenever you put him next to the more modern Luke Cage, he's bigger. If they would have made the classic Luke Cage this size, man, I think it definitely made a world of difference. But man, they look really good together. And if you're wondering, you can do a head swap with the two Luke Cages. Actually, you can, and it fits very well. Now, I don't say it looks very well, it just fits very well. This Luke Cage head is way too small, like he has a crazy muscle neck, and the skin tones just don't match. All right, next up we have the master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi, and we have Spider-Man. I put Shang-Chi next to Iron Fist because this body mode needs to go to Shang-Chi. I think Shang-Chi will be an awesome figure if they would have gave him a body mode. And don't get me wrong, this figure is still really good. I think we can take it to a whole new level if we gave him this retro Spider-Man body mode. Last but certainly not least, here they are next to Deadpool and Moon Knight. All right, so my final verdict on these figures. Guys, these figures are amazing. This 2-pack just makes sense. But if I had to be real nitpicky, on the Luke Cage side, I wish they would have given an updated ab articulation. And on the Iron Fist side, I wish we got a little bit more love on the paint. The paint kind of seems basic to me. I wish we got a little bit more texture, a little bit more shading or something like that. But at the same time, like, they're both awesome, impeccable figures. I know a lot of you guys are buying it for Iron Fist. That's going to be the case for most people, but guys, take my word for it. This Luke Cage is a great Luke Cage figure. This is the definitive Luke Cage action figure. If you think any Luke Cage we've got in the past is better than this one, you are insane. You need to be heavily medicated. This is an awesome Luke Cage. We all know Iron Fist was going to be fired the minute that we saw the announcement for it. But if I had to rate these guys, Luke Cage is definitely going to get an 8 out of 10. And Iron Fist, ooh, man. You know what? I'm going to just say it. Iron Fist is a 10 out of 10. Iron Fist is a goated figure. Like, this is a great figure. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a great figure. Like I said, there's a lot of love. I wish they would have gave it, you know, in terms of articulation. But at the same time, you got a really good figure out of this. But, man, this Iron Fist, oh, God, man. I just can't believe that we got a really good Iron Fist and that they did not, like, you know, half-ass it when it comes to, like, the articulation, because they could have easily gave us like a, you know, I'm saying Pizza Spider-Man body mode or something like that for this Iron Fist, like they did last time. But man, both of these figures are a breath of fresh air. Like I said, man, this 2-pack works. This isn't a ha got you moment and, you know, now you gotta buy one figure to get the other. Both of these figures are great. They're excellent figures. So this 2-pack is a 9 out of 10. I would say if we had to rate the entire 2-pack, it's definitely a 9 out of 10. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please hit that like button if you love this video. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Follow me on all the socials. And please, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this 2-pack. Do you love this 2-pack? Which figure do you like better? Did you sell your Luke Cage like a freaking loser? Please let me know in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. See you around. Skadoosh.